Hello and welcome to WDW UK Newscast, the pod. Yes, welcome back to WDW UK Newscast, the pod. My name's Danny, and this week we have got quite a bumper edition as we talk all things D23 Expo. Joining me is Lewis.
Hey everyone.
Matt.
Hello.
And Andy.
How do? Can't see.
Oh dear. Oh dear. What a weekend that was, eh?
It was a feast. A feast of stuff. I mean, to be fair, I think I'm sure we all felt it, that my mind was slightly blown with, particularly with the film and TV sections. But yeah, I'm sure I know we'll get onto all of these sections very soon.
That's basically today's episode. We're talking Disney Plus, television, film, Star Wars, Marvel, you name it. We're talking about it. If it was announced, we're going to have a chat. Before we do get started, we do ask if you do enjoy what we're doing here at WDW UK Newscast. Give us a like, a subscribe. We would really appreciate it. It would really help us out going forward. But yeah. Let's get. Should we get started talking about some D23 stuff?
Let's do it.
Woohoo! Look, we got slides and everything this week.
Proper professional show, folks.
I know. Cool. Danny's learned how to use PowerPoint. Wow. Right. So we are going to start off this week with Disney Plus news. So basically, what we're going to do in this episode, we're going to sort of talk about what's coming and sort of our thoughts on the show, the movie, the series, whatever it may be. So we'll go through sort of most of the major announcements that D23 announced for Disney Plus, and we are going to start with the Muppets Mayhem. So. Coming to Disney Plus in 2023, The Muppets Mayhem is an all-new comedy series that follows the Electric Mayhem band on an epic music-filled journey to record their first ever studio album. The band includes Dr. Teeth on vocals and keyboards, Animal on drums, Floyd Pepper on vocals and bass, Janice on vocals and lead guitar, Zoot on the saxophone, and Lips on the trumpet. You're going to see people like Taj Mowry, who's going to play Moog, Sarah Chowdhury as Hannah, and Anders Holm as JJ in reoccurring roles. And it's actually the series was actually developed by Adam Goldberg, who, as some of you may know, had a series based on his family upbringing with the Goldbergs, which I found quite funny. Yeah, so with a bit of luck, that sort of comedy will transfer over to this. I know we're quite big Muppet fans here. So what do you guys think about the Muppets coming back? And fingers crossed, it's a good one.
Please be good and worthwhile.
Can't be any worse than that Office style.
And as I said when we were talking about it on Sunday, hopefully this brings the Muppets back completely and we finally get a proper realised, honest-to-God Muppet Land.
Oh, God, yeah, that'd be great, wouldn't it?
Love a Muppet Land.
Yeah.
I've already planned
it. We've got an upcoming show that we're going to do. You can get that out. Yeah.
I'm just hoping they have some insane cameos, 1 week they're on the road, they're touring, and Dave Grohl's sessioning with the band, and the next week you got somebody like
Springsteen.
Yeah, just some brilliant musicians that. Yeah.
Nah, hopefully it'll be fun. The Electric Mayhem, the song "Can You Picture That?" They've re-released it and it is available to download on stream now. I got it on my Apple Music yesterday, so it should be out on all the other the ones as well, Google Music or whatever it is. I'm an Apple guy. Sorry, everyone.
Can I just say on this? I did watch some of the panel, and it was
Sorry.
Copyright, yeah.
Thanks, Andy.
It's only 2 seconds.
I did watch some of the panel, and I mean, the puppeteers were amazing.
Yeah.
And even just the panel, some of the quips and the jokes that were coming out, in conversation was quite hilarious. So I have high hopes for this, for sure. So yeah, I think it's going to be a really good little series. So let's hope it is.
Yeah. So we move on to High School Musical, the musical, the series, season 4. So they did say, obviously, season 3 is currently streaming on Disney Plus. I believe the season finale for season 3 is Wednesday the 14th. So it will come to an end then, and season 4 will be coming later on down the line. I'm not going to add too much to High School Musical, the series, as, to be honest, I'm not going to lie, I've not actually watched any of it at this point. It's on my watch list. I've just not got round to watching it.
I think I tried the first episode, and I don't know what it was, but that particular time I couldn't get into. But I have got it on a watch list to go back and have a second try at it. But
Matt, I'm going to assume you've watched it.
No, I haven't actually. I
can't believe it.
I just kind of is every episode like, do they all follow the same formula like all 3 High School Musical movies do, where it's basically they're all just the same movie?
Well, season 3 is season 3 is the Wildcats are spending their summer at Camp Shallow Lake, so they're not actually at school in season 3. So it's maybe we should watch it and maybe skip to the next one that's been announced, because we know absolutely nothing about this one. Let's go to American Born Chinese. So this is a new one that has been announced. So the cast and creative team of the American Born Chinese include Michelle. I'm going to butcher all these names. Ben Yang, Ki Hu Kwan, and Daniel Wu. They unveiled the first look with the trailer of American Born Chinese, which is debuting in 2023. So it's based on the genre-hopping graphic novel by Jean Lun Yang. American Born Chinese tells the story of Jin Wang, an average teenager juggling his high school social life with his home life. When he meets a new student on the first day of the school year, even more worlds collide as Jin is unwittingly entangled in a battle of Chinese mythological gods. It sounds pretty cool. I haven't had a chance to watch the trailer yet. I managed to get the trailer onto our Facebook and Instagram, but didn't get a chance to have a look at it. I don't know whether any of you did manage to get a look at it.
Yeah, it's not so much a trailer; it's a production reel. So it has some of the cast sort of talking about it. But from what I have seen, it's action packed. It's clearly about friendship and and obviously American born Chinese people also. But yeah, I mean, essentially, it's about culture and about friendship, but also it does look really action packed. So I'm quite looking forward to actually watching it. I think.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I'll give that one a go.
Yeah, I think I'm definitely going to give it a go. So move on to Percy Jackson and the Olympians.
Can't wait for this.
Yes. So the stars of Percy Jackson and the Olympians are Walker Scobell, Aryan Simhadri, and Leah Savage-Jeffries. Introduced a sneak peek, which we do have on our Facebook and Instagram page, for the highly anticipated live action series coming soon to Disney Plus. Not much more to really add to that, as that's sort of all the synopsis that we got from D23. I have watched the trailer. I wasn't a fan of the originals because I just never got into them. this looks cool.
Yeah, this looked amazing.
Even the author of the Percy Jackson books said that the movies were butchered. He didn't even like the movies, so like Disney can't possibly do worse than the movies did.
This time. But no, it does look good. I mean, Scabell sort of came on my radar earlier this year. He played the young version of Ryan Reynolds in the Adam Project, and the kid
Adam
is
Project.
brilliant.
Yeah,
So funny. There's videos of him on social media doing quotes and Deadpool, and this kid is just deadpan Ryan Reynolds' young clone.
Yeah.
You know, when Deadpool 3 gets made, they don't do a flashback to Wade being a kid. With this kid, I am rebelling. So I am excited about this.
Yeah, it looks good. I'm looking forward to this one. I think I'm gonna take some time and actually invest some of my life into this one when it does get released.
Yeah,
cool. All right, The Proud Family, Louder and Prouder, season 2. Not much to say really, but season 2's coming February 2023. I've watched a few episodes from season 1. I loved this growing up. It was fantastic. I used to watch it all the time. I need to set some time aside to watch some more because it's still as good as it used to be. Thoughts?
How old are you if you watched this growing up?
Well, I watched it as a teenager because everybody else in the house did, and I thought it was brilliant.
I don't
But
remember this one.
this is coming from a man that in his mid-20s started watching Phineas and Ferb religiously and Gravity Falls religiously. So
I'll give it a whirl.
I want to catch up on this one.
Yeah. I mean, we used to watch it as a kid, Matt.
When we were younger, it was brilliant. So
we could slide back into this, and it would be like nothing skipped.
Yeah.
We then have Growing Up. So this is actually all streaming on Disney Plus now. I will read the synopsis of this one. So creator Brie Larson and hero Vanessa Ari are the new innovative docuseries Growing Up, took to the stage to share what it means to be part of the series. Growing Up explores the challenges, triumphs, and complexities of adolescence through 10 compelling coming-of-age stories. Each episode of the series used narrative, experimental, and documentary filmmaking to follow one casted individual aged 18 to 22 as they tell their story. The youths represent a wide range of lived experiences, giving adult audiences emotional, powerful narratives that offer an engaging look on a teenagehood with diverse social, family, and eternal obstacles young people face on their path to self-discovery and acceptance. So they're 30 minutes each, and they're all based on a single cast going through challenges of growing up. I think that's quite a cool little concept, actually.
Yeah, definitely. It's quite different, actually, isn't it, from anything else that they're showing? I didn't see this announced, but yeah, it looks sounds quite interesting.
Yeah,
might give it a go.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to give it a go, see what it's like. Brie Larson can be problematic, shall we say, but she seemed pretty cool when she came on stage talking about this. She came across really genuine and like it was something really important to her. So that I thought, I'll definitely give this a go and see what it's like.
Nice.
Right, we're going to move on to Christmas stuff, and I've lumped them all together. We've got Best in Snow, Pentatonics Around the World for the Holidays, the Hip Hop Nutcracker, and the Santa Clauses. So the Best in Snow is a festival holiday special hosted by Titus Burgess. Transports artistic teams from around the world to a magical snowy village, Snowdome, for a spirited competition for the title of Best in Snow. With the help of Snowdome's finest carvers, teams will transform their 10-foot, 20-ton blocks of snow into beautiful creations inspired by Pixar, Marvel, Walt Disney Animation, Walt Disney Studios, and the Muppet Studios. That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pentatonics are the superstar a cappella group. Basically, they're going around and singing songs.
Yeah,
I'm not really bothered by that one.
I like Pentatonics.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're all right. I don't know. Doesn't sort of grasp me that.
well, we listen to them they're on our Christmas playlist quite a lot.
Cool.
So yeah, I mean, I don't think I'll be particularly watching it, but you know, they make a good sound. They sing a good tune.
Yeah.
So
yeah, cool.
I love a little sing song, so I'll give it a watch.
well, you know, it's clever actually. It's really highly skilled. You know, being a cappella, everything coming vocally. So it's definitely need to be respected.
Yeah. And then we got the Pop Nutcracker, which is Run DMC's Rev Run brings us along for a hip hop reimagining of the Nutcracker Ballet set in New York City. It's the night of the annual New Year's Eve block party, and Maria Clara, Cache Melvin, is worried that her mum and pop aren't getting along, and it's bringing her down. Marie Clara embarks on a holiday adventure to bring her parents back together, finding help along the way from the magical toy maker, Drossmeyer, and the Nutcracker she brings to life. Mariko's journey takes her from the streets of New York to fantasy worlds where she battles with mice and toy soldiers, and back in time to the land of sweets to find the key to unlock her holiday wish. This sounds like it could be quite cool.
Yeah.
Little bit of hip hop chucked in with Christmas. Different, like it.
They're trying to be cool for the kids.
Yeah.
That's just my 47-year-old cynical, I have no idea what it really is, to be honest, kind of but it can't be. Yeah. I mean we do not love Nutcracker and the Four Realms, so if it's better than that, happy days.
I'm going to go out on a limb, Lewis. It's better than that.
Cool.
And then we have the Santa Clauses. Disney legend Tim Allen took the stage along with Elizabeth Mitchell, Cal Penn, and more to introduce the highly anticipated continuation of the beloved franchise. The first 2 episodes launched November 16th on Disney Plus, with new episodes airing weekly thereafter. Allen surprised D23 Expo fans with the first trailer of the Santa Clauses. We also have that on our Facebook and Instagram as well. So Scott Calvin is on the brink of his 65th birthday and realizing that he can't be Santa forever. He's suddenly starting to lose his Santa magic, and more importantly, he's got a family who could benefit from life in the normal world, especially his 2 kids who have grown up at the North Pole. With lots of elves, children, and family to please, Scott sets out to find a suitable replacement Santa whilst preparing his family for a new adventure in a life south of the pole. I'm looking forward to this one. I bloody love the Santa Claus.
Logically, right, you want it to be Charlie or even Bernard, right? But it's going to be a Hail Mary. It'll be somebody you don't expect.
Well,
no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It doesn't have to be a Hail Mary that you don't expect. It should be Charlie.
He's got 2 kids that have been brought up at the North Pole. Why can't it be one of them? And we know Bernard's back because we've seen the trailer and he comes in at the end.
Back.
Yeah.
I want it to be Charlie. It's only logical.
Well, it is. So I'm going to assume we're all looking forward to this one.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I think we should do a weekly show just digesting each episode.
Oh blimey! Oh god!
But it's just going to be me sitting there going, "Charlie's not here yet."
If you want to do a breakdown of the Santa Clauses, surely this next one would definitely benefit from a weekly breakdown, and that is National Treasure: Edge of History. This looks cool.
It does look cool. It does look cool. I love the National Treasure film franchise anyway, but this does look very good.
Yeah, so from what I understand, they're still doing a 3rd film, aren't they?
Well, I thought that was canned ages ago.
No, so the rumor I heard is they're still very much doing a 3rd film, but in order to capitalize on the Disney Plus market, they're doing a series, and I think it's going to link in somehow.
Okay. Well, I don't know.
Because I know Riley Poole does a cameo in this in the trailer, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Funnily enough, on our social media, folks.
Yeah. This was one that wasn't taken down by Disney Legal and their copyright team. Thanks for that, Disney Legal, because I was making so much money out of it. Cheers. Yeah. So again, it does continue from the films. To obviously today in the calendar, because obviously there was the spectacles with the red and blue lenses in the trailer, and I can never remember the actor's name who was in the second one. He's back in the series as well. The older gentleman that played the policeman, the FBI agent.
Harvey Keitel, who was in the first one as well.
Yeah.
Was he in the first one as well? Was he?
Yeah.
Been ages since I've watched it.
Honestly, mate, the first one, I love it. It's a great film, but all the Freemason references, I keep on looking at it going, wrong. That's wrong. Wrong.
We then move on. So Marvel's Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. Basically, Moon Girl is a 13-year-old super genius. She's got a dinosaur. Matt, take it away. I know nothing about this.
In all honesty, I don't know much more. Yeah, she's the smart. I think she is the smartest person in the Marvel universe. I couldn't even tell you where she gets the dinosaur from.
I hope it's the dinosaur from Robinsons.
She brings.
I'm looking forward to finding out.
Yeah, she accidentally brings it back to present day, apparently, and they work together to protect the city's Lower East Side from danger. So I'm actually looking forward to this. This does look pretty cool.
Go Moon Girl.
Yeah. Another series that was given. Lewis happy about this.
I do. Yeah.
Okay.
This is all right.
Okay, cool. I've not watched any of this either. So this will premiere October 12th, season 2 on Disney Plus. So it's John Stamos returning. He's on Big Shot. The latest plan from Marvin, which is John Stamos, is to get his basketball team broadcast on ESPN, and his method to recruit is to recruit an unlikely player who is Ava, played by Sarah Eshigari, a gutsy beach volleyball phenom whose public tantrum got her ousted from her own sport. Between losing their assistant coach Holly Barrett to a rival school, new friction amongst teammates, a sudden and unexpected proximity to boys, and off-the-court disaster that no one could have predicted this season, the Westbrook Sirens have even more to prove. I did watch the trailer, and I actually thought it was really good, and I'm going to go back, and I'm definitely going to go back and watch this. I feel like there's loads on Disney Plus that I'm like, oh, no. What should we watch? Oh, should we watch Criminal Minds again or something like that? No,
just because the back catalogue's too big.
Yeah, it is.
The back catalog's massive. But yeah,
not that we're complaining.
Lewis, you seem to get quite excited about that then.
Yes. So I watched the first series off the back of it being recommended from the Mighty Ducks. I love it. I love an underdog story. So it reminds me of something like I don't know if anybody remembers Samuel L. Jackson, Coach Carter.
Yeah, great film.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely not the same premise, but it's the underlying tones. It's an underdog story effectively, and that's basically what it is. So it's easy going trash TV basically. If you just want something to sort of watch, just to chill out to, it's you don't have to think very much about it. So
I like it from a representation standpoint. I mean, there's some great sports dramas out there, but particularly this summer with the women winning the European League in the UK, there needs to be more sports programs showcasing that women are actually capable of doing sports. And this is great to sit down with my girls and go, if you're interested in basketball, you can play. You're interested in football, you can do this. You open it up towards them instead of thinking, sports is a man's thing, because, the women obviously can do better than the men.
Fact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many European titles have England won in the men's team?
On my Football Manager's game, about 3, but I am about 60 years into the future. So if you want real life, no, none.
No.
Blah, blah, blah. So we also had the second season of Doogie Kami Aloha MD announced. Again, it's not something that I've had the time to sit down and watch. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have much more to say on it, because it's something that hasn't really interested me, if I'm going to be
I agree. I mean,
same.
Yeah. Are we the demographic on this one?
No,
probably not.
No,
probably.
Do you guys
not.
remember the original with MPH?
Yes, I. But again, that was sort of slightly before my time as well. I feel like I sort of missed that.
Yeah, no, I remember watching it a lot. It was great.
If someone references it, I know it because of pop culture. I couldn't tell you anything that happened in that show at all.
He worked in a hospital.
Yeah, well, apart from that. We then had a new series called Prom Pact announced. So the synopsis of this one is, it's the height of prom season, and high school senior Mandy Yang and her best friend and fellow outsider Ben are surrounded by over-the-top 80s themed promposals. However, Mandy keeps her eyes focused on a different goal, her lifelong dream of attending Harvard. When she finds out that she has been put on the waiting list, she is determined to do whatever she can to get herself accepted, even if it means asking for help from the one person she abhors. Popular all-star jock Graham Lansing, whose father is a powerful senator and Harvard alum. Once Mandy becomes Graham's tutor, she begins to realize that there's more to him than she thought, and perhaps something more than life at Harvard. So again, I'm not sure this is our demographic either. I'd say this is more teens, early 2000s.
I'll tell you what, guys, I'll jump on this grenade for you and I'll watch it.
Okay.
Because that sounded cool.
You can do a weekly breakdown.
I don't know if I'll do a weekly breakdown, but I will give it a watch.
You're going to be
so,
like new
funny enough,
stars.
Mandy Coleman from Prom Pact is Doogie Howser from the last one. Disney like recycling actors, don't they? Yeah, we have one person. Let's put them in everything. That works.
The BBC do it.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Oh, so we've got the zombies film coming.
This is out. I don't get this one. It came out in July.
Right. Well.
Yeah. I still haven't gotten around to watching all 3 of them, but I do want to.
My middle one watches them religiously.
They did say it's now streaming, but for some reason they spoke about it. So, again, I'm not bothered.
Absolutely,
I am bothered, however, about this one. So this is coming to Disney Plus and Disney Junior. The stars of Star Wars Young Jedi Adventures from Lucasfilm and Disney Junior took stage to unveil a first look of their characters. Kai Brightstar, voiced by Jamal Avery Jr., and Nash Durango, voiced by Emma Berman, as well as what's in store for the exciting new series. Set during the High Republic era, Star Wars Young Jedi Adventure will follow a group of younglings as they embark on missions where they will help people in need discover exotic creatures, clash with villainous pirates, train with their masters, and ultimately learn the valuable skills needed to become Jedi: compassion, self-discipline, teamwork, patience, and friendship. Star Wars Young Jedi Adventures follows Kai, a Jedi youngling who hopes to follow in the footsteps of his hero, his great master Yoda, and become a Jedi Knight. And Nash, a pilot whose best friend Kai and his friends joins them on their adventures across the galaxy. Series is to premiere in 2023 on Disney Junior and Disney Plus, so that'll be Disney Plus for us. I'm sitting my kids down to watch this, so don't care. You don't like Star Wars, deal with it. Daddy wants to watch this.
Yeah.
When did you say this was set again? It's just I know something pretty horrible happens to the younglings, so
Yeah.
it's
Wow.
Yeah.
and the season finale, Mr. Skywalker. There's too many of them.
There's too many of them.
You know what? In fact, he does look like the Grand Inquisitor a little bit, doesn't he? Yeah.
What, the little blue fella on the end? Yeah, so that looks pretty cool. Under Wraps 2, again, it's a sequel to Under Wraps 1, I'd imagine. It's not something that I'm not going to lie, it's not something I've ever seen. I didn't even know there was an Under Wraps 1.
And as the poster suggests, there's more mummies, more problems.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So
indeed. Well, it looks it's a Disney Channel, right? So not something that I particularly watched at all. Again, probably not the demographic that
No. So that'll be streaming September 30th for all of you with kids that like this stuff.
The first one's a remake of a 90s film, from what I'm reading up here.
Okay. Speaking of things your kids will like, Descendants 4 is also coming.
And me.
Yeah. Yeah. I've not watched any of them.
I love them. I
Yeah,
absolutely love these films.
I must admit, when you shared that poster tonight, I was absolutely surprised because I honestly didn't think they'd do another one after Cameron Boyce passing away.
Yeah. Well, I was under the impression that the main actors like Dove Cameron and Sophia Carson and I can never remember the other guy's name. But I was under the impression that they all said we're not coming back for 4 because of Cameron.
Yeah.
Which was totally understandable.
Here comes the money.
I was going to say, somebody's got their checkbook.
But I know China's coming back as her character Uma, who is the daughter of Ursula. So I don't know if it's just going to be her, because I was pretty sure that the main ones weren't coming back.
I'm just trying to find it. It doesn't look. Just looking at IMDb at the moment, and Doug Cameron isn't showing as attached to it. So
I'll still download the soundtrack though. So.
Oh yeah.
You love it, don't you?
I do. Damn it, I do.
Raven's Home is also returning for a 6th season. It's hard.
Good old Raven.
Yeah, it's hard to believe that that's now on a 6th season. I feel like that only came back just slightly before the pandemic, but apparently no, it was at least 6 years ago.
Wow.
So we're going to move on to Walt Disney Studios productions with Hocus Pocus 2.
I can't wait.
This is going to be amazing.
The Black Flame Candle is being lit again, ladies and gentlemen. It's been 29 years. Thoughts on the trailer?
Amazing. And amazing.
I'm very excited.
Yeah.
It's like they haven't skipped a beat, those three, isn't it? They just...
Yeah.
It's crazy, actually. And what's his name in the ground?
Doug. It's Billy Bunch, but it's Doug Jones again, isn't it?
Billy.
I'm
a good zombie.
Doug Jones is one of the best physical actors out there. He did. I I can't remember the guy's name, but in Padden's Labyrinth, he plays Saru in Star Trek Discovery. He's absolutely amazing. I'm really excited about this.
Did you know that in the very first Hocus Pocus, you know when his mouth is all sewn up and the moths come out?
Yeah.
He actually had them in his mouth, and they actually sort of glued his mouth together and cut it open like that. And he had the dust and the moths in his mouth, and he blew them all out when they cut it open. I was like, okay, that's taking your role to a whole new level.
Yeah.
So Hocus Pocus 2, sorry?
Doug Jones is a phenomenal actor, very underrated.
So Hocus Pocus 2 premieres Friday, September 30th, exclusively on Disney+. We then have Disenchanted. This was one of the trailers that was taken down due to Disney legal getting annoyed with us for some strange reason.
Yeah, everybody else could post it. How strange.
But it's been 15 years since Giselle and Robert wed, but Giselle has grown disillusioned with life in the city. So they move her growing family to the sleepy suburban community of Monroeville in search of a more fairy tale life. Unfortunately, it isn't the quick fix she had hoped for. Suburbia has a whole new set of rules, and a local queen bee, Malvin Monroe, played by Maya Rudolph, who makes Giselle feel more out of place than ever. Frustrated that a happily ever after hasn't been so easy to find, she turns to the magic of Andalasia for help, accidentally transforming the entire town into real-life retail and placing her family's future happiness in jeopardy. Now Giselle is in a race against time to reverse the spell and determine what happily ever after means to her and her family. This looked quite cool. I really enjoyed the first one, so
I'll watch it. I'll definitely watch it. The only so the thing is, as somebody that's spent the last year watching Grey's Anatomy, having Patrick Dempsey in this again, the switch between his character and then McDreamy is just like where it's
Dreaming.
It's confusing. So anyway, that's all I'm going to say.
It does look. It looks fun. It looks fun. I'm sure we'll get some more original music as well and original songs, like they did with the first one. So we'll look out for that as well. Yes.
I hope John McLaughlin comes back and sings "So Close" or something like that again, though, because that was lovely.
Yeah, that was cool. We then got a bit of confirmation on the Peter Pan and Wendy. So Alexander Maloney is going to be playing Peter Pan. Ever Anderson, Wendy. Elisa Wapanatang is playing Tiger Lily. I've definitely butchered that. And Jude Law playing Captain Hook. So they all came out. They all came out onto the stage to basically say that it's coming 2020. So
there was nothing else really, was there?
Nah.
There was no kind of trailer or anything.
Nah. It was quite literally came out and went, it's coming out soon.
So Ever Anderson, for Marvel fans, played the young version of Natasha Romanoff in the Black Widow film.
Oh.
Fair dues.
Fun fact.
And then Tinker Bell was played by I'm on the IMDb as we're talking about it. Tinker Bell was played by Yara Shahidi, who plays Zoe Johnson in the Blackish and Grownish TV series.
Yep.
So that should be very cool.
Nice. A Doom Buggy then hit the stage at D23 as Jamie Curtis, who's playing Madame Leotard, came out to share a sneak peek of the upcoming Haunted Mansion film, and it's going to be released next year. That is pretty much all the information we got. Obviously, we don't have the sneak peek. We wasn't at D23, but I'm sure something will come out soon. It can't be any worse than the Eddie Murphy film, can it?
I like the Eddie Murphy film.
I'll repeat myself. It can't be any worse than the Eddie Murphy film, can it?
It can't be.
I didn't think it was bad, but he definitely tried to be Pirates of the Caribbean.
Well, it was meant to be Pirates of the Caribbean. That's the one that Disney thought was going to become the big franchise.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
And then this
Turns out Johnny
little-
Depp was incredible as a
yeah,
pirate.
Oscar
Yeah.
nominated for that first film, weren't he?
It might have been. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't got a clue. We were then said Mufasa the Lion King, a prequel to The Lion King, will be coming out in 2024. So it's going to be told in flashbacks by Rafiki, Timon, and Pumbaa, telling the story of Mufasa as a young lion cub.
Is this animated or is it
concept.
live action?
I'm going to go
it's the
with
live
this is
action.
live action.
Yeah, I think it's the live action.
Yeah, I'm just looking now. Seth Rogen's reprising Pumbaa again.
No, so
So,
yeah,
yeah.
live action indeed. So it looks, cool. I'm gonna say cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wasn't a massive fan of the live action one that they made the other year.
I still haven't seen it.
It's
Yeah.
all right.
Oh, I didn't mind it.
No, I prefer the animated one.
Oh no, the animated's definitely better, but
Yeah.
I'm hoping that maybe in the Mufasa movie that we might get an explanation from Mufasa's mum and dad why they named Scar. Obviously, before Scar gets his scar, his name is Taka, which is Swahili for garbage.
Mm.
So,
Epic.
Wow.
what the hell's going on there, Mufasa's mum and dad?
Yeah. Yeah.
You reckon it's like a whole middle child thing? Like there's a younger sister and it's like, spare to the air, son.
Yeah.
Is the Prince Harry of the Lion Pride?
Oh God, don't. We had a bit of info about the live action remaking of Snow White. Rachel Ziegler, who's playing Snow White, was joined by Gal Gadot, who will be playing Snow White's stepmother, the Queen, for Snow White, which is due out in 2024. It's basically remake after remake now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It
But I
is.
will say Ziegler was very, very good in the remake of West Side Story.
Yeah. And I will say the one remake that we did get a trailer for, and she's going to smash it, by the way.
Yes.
Is
Yeah.
The Little Mermaid.
Have you heard the story about the Twitter trolls going after Halle Berry over this?
Yeah, I heard something.
Yeah, because they think she's playing the Little Mermaid.
Ah, right.
Daily.
Oh,
Because the actress who's playing Ariel is called Halle.
yeah.
It's
Bailey.
it must be Halle Berry, but it's not.
She is going to absolutely smash this role. Her voice in that trailer, singing "Part of Your World," was incredible.
Yeah, it was. It was really, really great.
I'm not going to sleep on this film. This is the one for me. This is going to be. I reckon this is going to be the one that turns the live action around. Everyone goes, oh, it's actually really good.
I am very excited, but I think I'm slightly more excited about the fact that Melissa McCarthy is playing Ursula.
Yeah.
I think she'll be amazing. I think she'll do the memory of Pat Carroll justice.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. And there's going to be 4 new songs that are going to be penned by Alan Menken, Lin-Manuel Miranda.
There'll be little raps in there then.
There'll be raps. There'll be.
I was kind of hoping there'd be something from the Broadway musical brought into the movie, though.
Possibly.
Well, it might
I wouldn't mind seeing She's in Love come out in live action.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if that's in it, actually.
Yeah.
Well, here's a little tidbit for you. Jodie Benson, who everybody knows played Ariel in the original 1989 animation, has a role within the film. So that'd be very cool to see.
I reckon she's going to work in the palace.
Yeah. I think she's going to be a receptionist. Oh, wait, wrong film.
That'll be Enchanted. Right, Pixar. Elemental. So the new Pixar film. June 16th, 2023 release date. We met the 2 new characters, which is Ember and Wade. So Ember is a tough and fiery young woman Wade is a fun, sappy, go with the flow guy, and bringing them to life are Leah Lewis and Mamadou Athi. Again, they just sort of showed us the characters. There was no trailer or anything.
No.
So it's another one that you sort of got to try and imagine what it's going to be like.
Yeah, don't really know much about it, do we?
No, not really. No.
I mean, to me, it feels. Sorry, just going back to that. It feels a little bit inside outy.
Yeah.
Okay.
In so many ways, like I mean, the color schemes and the obviously the artistry. I wonder if there's a kind of an underlying tone of that.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's about apparently inspiration behind the film is a story of immigrants pursuing dreams in beautiful neighborhoods where language and cultures come together, and then Elemental, which is set in a city where fire, water, land, and air residents live together. So it's going to be about everybody getting along and
right.
You are what you are, sort of thing. I'd imagine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Cool. I mean.
Nice.
We'll know obviously a lot more when we actually get a trailer, because this is something that Disney were lacking a lot on, was trailers for stuff, and we'll get to that when we get to like Marvel and Star Wars and like that. You then had a new series coming to Disney Plus late 2020. Disney Plus in late 2023. The series follows Pickles, a co-ed middle school softball team, in the week leading up to their championship game. Each episode takes place that same week, highlighting the perspectives of a different main character, players, their parents, the umpire, each reflected in a unique visual style. So, again, just another one of these sort of light-hearted, touchy-feely Pixar-y films, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like we normally get.
All the films.
Don't fall for that.
Huh?
It's going to get you right there at some point. You just know it.
Yeah.
They then announced original feature film Elio. In the story, 11-year-old dreamer Elio is artistic, creative, and an avid indoorsman who finds it hard to fit in. Meanwhile, Mum Ogre, who runs a top-secret military project, is working to decode a strange signal from outer space. It's Elio who makes contact, gets beamed into space, and subsequently mistaken for an intergalactic ambassador for Earth. The voice of the smart and super confident Olga, America Ferrera, was invited on stage alongside Jonas Kibreb, who lends his voice to Elio. And it will be released spring of 2024. So we've got a year and a bit for this. Sort of going on the timeline. And the one I'm most looking forward to out of Pixar is Inside Out.
Yes.
It's an all-new adventure inside the head of a now teenager, Riley, who may or may not be feeling all kinds of emotions. Ooh, so we're going to have some new characters inside her head, I'd imagine.
Like teenagers do.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Inside Out 2 is the follow-up to 2015's Oscar and Golden Globe winning feature film and is slated for release in summer of 2024. I know, Andy, you are a big fan of Inside Out 1.
Yeah. I think the way Pixar were able to explain, and my eldest daughter, who was, I think, 5 or 6 at the time it came out, was able to use the film to articulate that it's all right to be sad about being happy, and it's all right to be happy about being sad. This is the golden age of Pixar where Disney was invested in for me, and I can't wait because this is going to come out where Riley is the age that my daughter is now, and all these emotions are coming through as she goes. She goes through puberty, and honestly, I think it's going to be amazing. And Inside Out was fantastic. Riley's first date was amazing. Can't wait.
I hope a little Bing Bong reference in Inside Out 2.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Just bringing back, who's your friend who likes to play?
I love Richie Kind. I think he's brilliant.
Go on. Sorry, Les.
Sorry, Matt. Just to say, Inside Out 2 is Evie's second favorite film, and so when we saw that, she was really, really happy. So and that film Inside Out has quite a lot of meaning to us as a family. So looking forward to Inside Out too, very much. Sorry, Matt, you go ahead.
No, I was just saying with that like black background and just the white inside out, I thought it would have been perfect to just have like a little like red spray paint, just Bing Bong Returns. It's like Disney's gonna try weird horror movies now.
No, Marvel were doing that, and we'll get to that in a minute.
Oh yeah.
So we then moved on to Walt Disney Animation Studios, and they started with Zootopia Plus. So they said Jennifer Lee came on stage and she discussed the opportunities Disney Plus has created for Disney Animation, reviewing the slate of shows heading to the streamer, including a new series like Zootopia Plus, launching on Disney Plus November 9th. Fans saw a trailer of the new short-form series, which heads back to the fast-paced mammal metropolis, diving deep into the lives of some of the Oscar-winning feature film's most intriguing residents. So, we'll get on to more Zootopia stuff when we talk about the parks. They are pushing Zootopia to the moon.
So they should. It was brilliant.
It feels like
it's a good film.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if this series leads to a second film. If they've got, I imagine they've got more stories to explore. But I'm very much looking forward to the Zootopia.
I'd like it if they were going to do some sort of catchphrase in each episode. I'd like it if somehow they could manage to have Judy find the little vole girl who belongs to the mafia, and every episode is like, "I like your shoes." Oh, thank you. And she's just positive vibes the whole time.
See, I think the end credits will be Flash going, moving me hand across area living, like literally just very slowly going stamp, and then that's it, done.
But yeah, no, looking forward to this one. They then announced, and I apologize to everyone in Nigeria for pronouncing this wrong. Iwaju, I believe, is how it's pronounced. So coming to Disney Plus in 2023, Iwaju is an all-new original long-form series created in collaboration with Pan-African comic book entertainment company Kugali. Jennifer Lee invited to the stage Kugali filmmakers who introduced the setting of the series, a love letter to Lagos, Nigeria. They described the world as a futuristic depiction of a world bursting with color, unique visual elements, and technological advancements inspired by the spirit of Lagos, which is physically divided into an island and a mainland separated both by water and socio-economic status. The coming-of-age story introduces Tola, a young heiress from a wealthy, and her best Cole, a self-taught tech expert and loving son from the mainland. And then they shared the first look. So I believe we've got the trailer or a couple of stills from this on our Facebook and Instagram page. But this looked quite cool as well. This looked lively. This looked punchy. This looked like it was going to be like a fast-paced sort of series, which is quite good.
I mean, I must have missed this one. I didn't catch it at all.
Yeah, I didn't see this either.
I saw both your faces when this popped up on the screen. You both went,
Yeah, definitely.
Cool.
Yeah.
So the last two from Disney Animations was Strange World, which is the next feature animated film. So it is. They showed us the new trailer. It's going to be the first feature film from Disney Studios, and is going to be released November 23rd, 2022. So basically, it's about a family who must get past their differences to save a strange world full of danger and surprises. I feel like that's sort of a copy and paste sort of thing, maybe. It feels like. But
from what?
colourful.
Sorry.
Oh, any science fiction is basically Lost in Space, isn't it?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Well, but I think it is nice that they're actually, it's like new IP though. It's not just a rehash of something else.
That's true.
They're trying, there is an edge of creativeness there. I did watch it, the trailer, again last night. It lives up to its name. Strange.
Yeah.
It's quite an odd thing, but I'm intrigued.
See, and I'm just looking at the cast list now, and Alan Tudyk's in it.
Yeah,
And you know he's playing the dog.
Yeah, most probably.
Man's resume is chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
Funny.
I think this is actually. When I was watching the trailer, I was thinking this might be something quite good to go and see at the cinema.
Yeah.
On a big screen, this feels like it needs to be on a big screen to really kind of capture the animation and the beauty of it. So I'm quite tempted, to be honest, to just pay a little bit extra on one of the Disney films and have a go to the cinema and watch it.
Yeah. No, yeah, I can see what you mean.
Yep.
Right. And then we had last one from Disney Animation was Wish. So this was the last thing that they announced, which is set to be released fall of 2023 during the studio's 100th year. Lee said it's a film that could only come from Walt Disney Animation Studios. The epic animated musical is inspired by the legacy of films from the studio and asked the question, how did the wishing star upon which so many characters wish come to be? So the story, which is set in Rosas, the kingdom of wishes, where wishes can literally come true. Attendees were introduced to 17-year-old Asha, an optimist with a sharp wit who cares endlessly about her community. In a moment of desperation, Asha makes an impassioned plea to the stars, which is answered by a cosmic force, a little ball of boundless energy called Styx. Together, they face the most formidable of foes to save her community and prove that when the will of one courageous human connects the magic of the stars, wondrous things can happen. This looked like a bit of a hybrid of CGI and hand-drawn from the picture, but I don't think it is hand-drawn. I think it's just the way that the animation looked. But again, cool little concept.
I think I'm looking forward to this one the most.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be the best one.
Do you reckon?
Yeah. I'll be honest, I missed, like, I only saw the poster, like this was on the screen now, and I didn't actually get to see anyone like talk about it during the expo. And when you just was reading that out, I was like, that sounds amazing.
Yeah. Well,
and
we'll
what a good story to tell.
Well, yeah, that's true. How did the wishing start? Right. That's going to do us for that. We're going to move on to Fox, Lucasfilm, and Marvel.
Did anything happen with them?
I thought didn't sound like much, did it?
Skip it.
No. Honestly, the Marvel stuff done my head in.
Really?
Right.
You didn't post anything on social media?
No, you're telling me. Can I have my other slides up, please, Andy?
Yep. 1 second.
Hi, guys. Yay!
You should have said, next slide, please, Chris.
Yeah.
Next slide, please, Chris. What did 20th Century Fox announce for us? Absolutely just more Avatar stuff. That was about it, really. James Cameron, I think via Zoom, I think he was, had a little chat about it, and then I think it was everyone got to put on some 3D glasses and watch basically the trailer again that we've already seen. So
yeah, I was going to say there's nothing new about this, is there? I mean, they announced this like at D23 a couple of years ago, whenever it was.
Yeah, pre-pandemic.
8 years ago.
Yeah, 2019 or whatever it was.
But he has apparently filmed all 5 films back to back again, hasn't he?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, has he?
It's either 4 or 5 sequels. He's filmed them all back to back. So a bit like Lord of the Rings, you're expecting an Avatar each year now.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, wasn't this meant to become like the next Police Academy, and there'd be like 10 sequels? So we've got Avatar, Way of the Water. They're going to go for the elements. Avatar, Let's All Go Live in a Volcano. Avatar, Welcome to Cloud City.
Yep.
Avatar, The Grass Isn't Always Greener.
No, finished by Avatar: The Rock with Dwayne Johnson, because let's face it, he's in everything else.
Yeah, indeed.
Stop it. Right, Lucasfilm, something people care about immensely. Right, Lucasfilm, Andor.
Yes.
So
excited.
Andor's going to be 24 episodes.
Oh,
yeah.
Hallelujah.
They haven't finished filming the last 12 yet.
Okay. Well,
it's 2 seasons, or is it a seasonal break?
It's going to be a season break, and then it's going to come back. The series will debut with 3 episodes on September 21st. So we'll have the first 3 then, and then it will be weekly after that. And then we'll have another 9 episodes until a break, and then we'll finish off with the next 12 coming back. They showed us the final trailer. Looks all right, doesn't it?
Looks pretty decent. I have to say.
I heard this conversation about Rogue One a few years ago, right? That I can't remember the director's name, but Disney turned around and said, "Listen, we like the ending, we like the way it ends, but could we do a sequel?" And the director said, "No, they're on the beach." Okay, spoiler alert: the film's been out for 5 years. They died.
Yeah.
I do wonder in that last episode, did they set up another film?
Well, we'll see. Apparently, it's already signed on for a second series as well.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, for those of you that don't know, the era featured in Andor, the 5 years before the event of Rogue One, a Star Wars story is filled with danger, deception, and intrigue, where Cassian Andor will embark on the path that is destined to turn him into a rebel hero. Much to the delight of the assembled crowd, Luna and his co-stars unveiled the final trailer for the series, which we've just spoken about.
Yeah.
So it looks very, very good, and I'm very much looking forward to September 21st.
I have to say, as a big Star Wars fan, I loved Rogue One as a film.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And this looks very much in the same vein. In the sense of, storyline, filming, the way it's coming across in the trailers. I'm really excited about this, for sure. I cannot wait to see this. It's going to be awesome.
I do think if the sequel trilogy had been done anything like Rogue One, they would have been absolutely amazing.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Very much so. Willow.
Yeah.
So Warwick Davis walked onto the stage
He did.
to talk about the new Disney Plus series Willow, which is obviously a continuation from the 1988 film. They were joined on stage by Christian Slater, who was welcomed to the cast. And then we saw the new trailer, which actually I found cool because I didn't actually like Willow.
I didn't really either, actually. And God bless Warwick Davis. God love him. But doesn't he just play the same character in it, like literally everything that he does?
No, Willow's very complex.
Yeah. What the deuce?
Have you not seen him in the series Life's Too Short? He literally sleeps in a drawer.
Idiot Broad season 3, just brilliant.
But yeah, I mean, that in the way that he speaks and gives the line, it just feels like all the same across the board. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm sure it would be really good. It looked good. It looked interesting and exciting.
Yes, it's set in a magical world where brownies, sorcerers, trolls, and other mystical creatures flourish. Willow is the story of an unlikely group of heroes who set out a dangerous quest, facing their inner demons and coming together to save their world. An epic period fantasy told with a modern sensibility and plenty of humour and heart. Willow begins streaming on Disney Plus November 30th. So,
Can't believe you didn't like the film.
it weren't for me. Star Wars: The Bad Batch Season 2.
Yeah.
There's more of it coming. January 4th, 2023. New 16 episodes. Months have passed since the events of Camino, and the Bad Batch continue their journey navigating the Empire after the fall of the Republic. They'll cross paths with friends and foes, both new and familiar, as they take on a variety of thrilling mercenary missions that will take them to unexpected and dangerous new places. Cool.
So basically, when did you say that was going to be released?
January 4th, 2023. It'll be 2 episodes that day and then weekly after that.
Cool. That gives me like 3 months to watch the first season then.
Yeah,
I've watched
watched about half.
There's faith in you guys.
Andy, we all can't just take loads of time out of our life like you, Mr. Robson, where we can just sit and watch. Yeah.
I sit at my desk, right? When I'm working from home, I sit at my desk, I have my iPad here, and I'm watching TV as I work.
I've had 18 seasons of Grey's Anatomy to watch.
18 seasons.
That's your own silly fault.
It's like me and the wife. What should we watch? I don't know. You just put Criminal Minds on. Yeah. I watched Criminal Minds once. I've watched it 1,000 times, ladies and gentlemen.
Or Friends. That's our go-to. Friends.
I reckon she's got Friends on in the room next door now.
Yeah. Anyway,
gotta be.
Moving on.
Star Wars: Tales of the Jedi. So 6 brand new animated shorts featuring palpables built around Jedi from the prequel era. Journey into the lives of 2 distinctly different Jedi, Ahsoka Tano and Count Dooku, who will each be put to the test as they make choices that will define their destinies. We got the trailer, which got removed. All 6 shorts will debut on 26th on Disney Plus. If you managed to find this on the trailer for this on our socials, it did look quite cool.
Yeah,
it looks amazing.
Yeah, it looks good. It does look good. I like the concept of it, like the storyline of it. It's cool.
Yeah. It's like we sort of know what their destinies are, but it's seeing their choices that got there, which is
how
quite
they
cool.
get there. Yeah.
We were then told Ahsoka should be coming 2023, and it will be exclusive to Disney Plus.
Cool.
Not much more we got from that, apart from obviously Rosario Dawson will be reprising her role from Mandalorian and Book of Boba Fett and whatever else they've put her in recently. But yeah, Star Wars Skeleton Crew. Skeleton Crew tells the story of 4 kids who find themselves lost in the vastness of the galaxy, trying to find their way home. And then Jude Law turned up on stage and everyone lost their collections. So that was cool.
Yeah.
I think the one we're all looking forward to here.
Oh, sorry, can I just say on the Skeleton Crew?
Yes.
I'm really intrigued by this.
Yeah.
I really am. And the fact that it's a live action thing, it kind of helps for me. I'm not a lover. I'm going to be honest. I'm not a lover of the animation stuff, but the fact that this is kind of real Star Wars, kind of real actors. Yeah, I'm definitely intrigued by this storyline, and I'm looking forward to that being released as well.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good, and it's again, I'm quite intrigued by it as well. It sounds different.
Yeah.
As different as Star Wars can be, if that makes any sense. What I've just said there.
But I mean, it's just nice to have the different elements of the story. You know.
Yeah. Mando's back.
Yay!
Yeah.
Praise the Lord. Coming in 2023, we got the trailer. Look cool. It's amazing. This was actually shared an awful lot from our Facebook account, which was fantastic. So for those of you that actually shared our page about with this on, I do thank you very much. It was very much
Cheers,
appreciated.
Kyle.
Well, yeah, and a few more as well. So you could tell people were very excited over Mandalorian season 3 coming. Anything that's not the Book of Boba Fett, I think, because let's be honest, that didn't get good until Mando came in for Mandalorian 2.5 at the end.
Yeah,
so it's a real shame.
Yeah,
it was.
We then had an emotional Harrison Ford enter the stage.
Yeah, bless him.
June 30th, 2023, Indiana Jones is coming to cinemas. An emotional Ford said, "I'm very proud to say that this one is fantastic." And Phoebe Waller-Bridge is one of the reasons. Ford continued, "Indiana Jones movies are about fantasy and mystery, but they're also about heart. I'm really, really happy that we have a real human story to tell, as well as a movie that will kick your butt." He then basically,
as long as it's not about aliens, I'm happy.
Well, he then promised that this would be his last, and he wouldn't let us down.
He really needs to make this his last. I don't know how he's done this one, to be honest with you.
Well, I don't think they let him fly a plane before they started filming. That's what I gather. Dear.
We didn't get much. Again, we didn't get much detail on this, did we?
No.
It was just like,
again,
it's coming.
I imagine there's probably a Destination D or something like that coming up soon, or another Comic-Con somewhere where we're going to get the trailer for Indiana Jones then. It was quite a shame to not get it. I was quite looking forward to it, to be honest, but hey,
still having nightmares that he's going to wake up on some mothership somewhere.
Don't.
Yeah.
Please. No.
Picking up right where the iconic Crystal Skulls left off.
With Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah.
Oh no, we don't talk about him. We then had Marvel Studios, and we had the song from Rogers the Musical from Hawkeye, which is just fantastic. I would have loved to have been in that room when that happened. I'd have lost my mind. And we then went on to the Marvel slated projects. They started with Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. They took an exclusive look. Obviously, we've already seen the trailer for Wakanda Forever, and that is in cinemas November 11th. I shall be in the cinema then. I mean, does anyone have anything to add on Black Panther? What they're looking forward to? I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing Namor just absolutely destroy Wakanda, even though obviously Matt's not too pleased on how Namor looks. But...
Yeah, I think the movie's going to be great, but there's something about every time I've seen Namor, and I'm just like, something looks weird about you. Just something looks weird. I don't know what it is. I look at him and go, nah, you don't. No, I'm unsettled by you.
We then had the first look at Ironheart. So Dominic Thorne, who is playing Riri Williams, is a young genius inventor determined to make her mark on the world. Her unique take on building iron suits is both brilliant and flawed. Ironheart delves into the dynamic of tech versus magic. Feige then invited series co-star Anthony Ramos to the stage to greet fans and share a little about his character Parker Robbins, aka the Hood, and it's slated for release 2023 in on Disney Plus. So another one that looks really cool, really cool. Where did we go to next? Oh yeah, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Paul Rudd, Evangeline Lilly, and Jonathan Majors all took to the stage. Basically, this is gonna absolutely kick butt. This looks incredible. Kang looks terrifying. We didn't get a trailer yet. Those at D23, they got an exclusive look at a scene, a few different scenes. One of them is where Scott and Kang first meet each other in the quantum realm, to which Kang asks Scott, "Are you an Avenger?" He says, "I am an Avenger." "Oh, well, I've probably killed you." And all of a sudden, all Avengers blend to one. This Kang is going to be terrifying. He's going to be terrifying. I cannot wait for this film. And I don't know about you guys. I know, obviously, Lewis, you're not the biggest Marvel geek in the world.
I'm not. I just so this is where I was going to come in here actually and say I love the films, but now I'm getting really confused about what goes where. It's just like, whoa! I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know how it all flows and goes into one another. Just tell me the timeline and I'll watch it in order. That's where I'm going with this at the moment.
Disney Plus can do that for you when they lump it in their timeline.
Right.
Yeah, you can. You've got a chronological or a way that you're meant to watch them order.
Right. I like chronological, so
yeah. So this will be. I mean, I think it now goes in order, doesn't it? It'll be Black Panther will be the next in the timeline, then Ant-Man will be the next after that.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I think so. This is going to be unreal. This is basically all I'm waiting for from this next phase. This phase can just hurry up and get me to Quantumania, because that's all this phase is designed to do.
This is phase 5, isn't it? Quantumania.
No, this is the start of phase 6.
Yeah.
Jesus, wow.
Wow.
And then we end phase 72 with Avengers Secret War. Next on our list was the special presentation of Werewolf by Night. For those of you that don't know what Werewolf by Night is, i.e. me, because I'd never actually heard of it in my life, Kevin Feige then announced Marvel Studios' first ever special presentation created for this Halloween, Werewolf by Night, directed by Michael Giacchino, who is actually known for his music making.
Yeah.
Up, Thor, Love and Thunder, The Incredibles, just to name a few. He's directing.
Wow.
He was joined on stage by his fun, scary special stars Gail Garcia Bernal and Laura Donnelly to help share the spooky new trailer, which is on our Facebook and Instagram. The special starts streaming on Disney Plus October 7th. So if you haven't seen the trailer, have a look.
Yes.
On there. It is
interesting.
Mental. It is very interesting. Very interesting. Don Cheadle then took the stage as they spoke about Secret Invasion. Basically, Secret Invasion is the new series coming that showcases a faction of shape-shifting Skrulls who have been infiltrating for years. We then got the trailer. Another one that was taken down. Thanks, Disney. That was very kind of you. But again, this looks epic. I believe it's 6 episodes. I think it's 6 episodes.
Yeah, I think it was 6.
Yeah, and this is slated for next March, so after Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania.
Yep.
But this looks cool as well.
That was the Nick Fury one, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everyone's a scroll.
Cheadle then revealed details about Armor Wars. Rhodey fans will see the character in a whole new light, and considering the title of the series, audience can look forward to all new suits for the hero featuring different types of armor. So again, we don't know much about this one either, apart from obviously it's going to be very Rhodey heavy by the sounds of things.
I'm wondering if this tries to not follow the Armor Wars comic arc, but in War Machine, Rhodey eventually just becomes basically a head on a stick, just connected to War Machine armor.
Wow.
Until he gets like a new body made for him. So I'm wondering if, like, at some point this is what's going to happen. Like, he's just going to quote Obi-Wan Kenobi, he's going to become more machine than man.
It's like
okay.
Like an L&D body or something.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah, he basically has. I think he's just got his head and like top half of his torso, and everything else is just the War Machine armor, and then they make an LMD for him.
Wow.
So those of you who aren't comic book geeks like the three of us, LMD stands for Live Model Decoy. Now it was.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Reference to, was it Iron Man 1, and then it was shown in the Shield series, but yeah, that should be very cool.
Hold on. Loki season 2 was next. Tom Hiddleston, Owen Wilson, Sophia DiMartino, and new cast member Ki-Hu Kwan, who was in the original Indiana Jones films.
Short Round.
Yeah.
Yep. They chatted about the news. We haven't got any clips or anything like that, as we weren't there, so we haven't seen anything. But basically, after the season finale of the first season, Loki now finds himself in a battle for the soul of the Time Variance Authority. Season 2 of Loki begins streaming in 2023. Next up, we had Fantastic Four. Kevin Feige confirmed that Matt Shakman will direct the Fantastic Four film. You will know Matt Shakman. He directed every episode of WandaVision in 2021. So,
nice.
Looking forward to that. November 8th, 2024 for Fantastic Four. No cast announcements, nothing like that. We can obviously still speculate that
John
Krasinski and that will hopefully remain from his Doctor Strange cameo. But we can only.
There's a great cameo interview he did online recently. I'm sure it was Jimmy Fallon or somebody, and he's like, it was like somebody was interviewing Jim for The Office. He's like, I could be in it, but I couldn't tell you. It's
like, so I mean, it's about time Fantastic Four movie, right? To be honest, especially after that last abomination that they attempted.
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
No, we don't talk about the Fantastic Four film that came out a while ago. Right. Echo was next. So Echo, Maya Lopez, who we saw from the Disney Plus series Hawkeye, will have her own series, basically carrying on from where she left off at the end of Hawkeye by shooting the Kingpin in the face.
At point blank range,
yeah,
and the man's still alive.
Yeah. So Vincent D'Onofrio was also on stage. Everyone from the Echo cast left. D'Onofrio remained on stage, and he was then interrupted by Charlie Cox to talk briefly about Daredevil Born Again. Production isn't underway yet of the 18-episode Disney Plus series, but fans were treated to a clip from an upcoming episode of She-Hulk Attorney at Law, with Cox's Daredevil appearance on there. So, again, I love the original Netflix series. This is a season 1. This is not a station, Charlie Cox has said. So I am very much looking forward to a bit more Daredevil in my life. I don't know about you guys.
Give it a go.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
Out of all those Netflix series, this was definitely the one that deserved to be picked back up.
Yeah. Luke Cage was a bit pants. So was Iron Fist.
Yeah.
I am hoping to see Jessica Jones pop up in something soon.
Yeah. Jessica Jones can come back anytime she likes.
Yeah.
That was great.
Captain America New World Order was next on the list. So this is continuing Sam Wilson's journey as Captain America from the Falcon and the Winter Soldier series. So returning from the series is also Danny Ramirez as Joaquin Torres, Carl Lumbly as Isaiah Bradley, and also joining the cast was Tim Blake Nelson, who's playing the leader, reprising his role from the Incredible Hulk film from very early on in the MCU timeline.
That's the Edward Norton one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was the Ed Norton one. It's
Was that the very first film?
That was
the
Eric
second
Bana.
film in the MCU timeline.
Yeah.
The one after the original Iron Man.
Funnily enough, it's the one they expected to do really well at the box office as well.
Yeah.
They expected that in that bomb, didn't
they have never managed to get Hulk right until sort of nowish.
Yeah.
You know. Thunderbolts. Yeah,
I'd like to look at this.
This wasn't what we were expecting, though. Let's be honest. So we do have the identities of the Thunderbolts revealed. So Julia Louis-Dreyfus is reprising as Contessa Valentine Allegra de Fontaine. David Harbour as the Red Guardian. Hannah John Kamen as Ghost. Wyatt Russell as John Walker, U.S. Agent. Sebastian Stan as Bucky Barnes, the Winter Soldier. They'll also be joined by Olga Carello as the Taskmaster and Florence Pugh as Yelena Belanova. And the Thunderbolt is due to open in cinema July 26, 2024. I'm excited about this one.
Yeah.
Where's Zemo?
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, Kevin Feige said, didn't he, on stage, he said, after the events of Endgame, the Avengers have now disbanded. There are no more. The Thunderbolts are the team that's stepping into the void. This is going to be brilliant.
I'm just looking at this poster. Red Guardian's outfit. If you just took David Harbour's head and put a Deadpool mask there.
Yeah.
Just saying, Marvel have done all this crap before. And where's Mephisto?
Yeah.
Where's Mephisto?
No,
Here we go.
We don't talk about Mephisto, not yet. Did you say you were looking forward to this one, Lewis?
Yeah, definitely. When I was watching it, it looked like something. The cast looks really good. Just looked like something that I'm really looking forward to watching. I don't really know much about them, but obviously there's some past characters from other films in there. So cool, happy days.
And they finished off the Marvel panel with a look at the Marvels, which is going to start Iman Vellani as Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel from the Disney Plus series Miss Marvel, Tiana Monica Rambeau and Brie Larson as Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel. We didn't get to see any of it, but those in attendance did get a look at a scene from the film based on the ending of the Miss Marvel series, in that post-credit scene where Kamala and Carol switch places. We now see sort of where they end up and where they end up going. And this is meant to open in cinemas July 28th, 2023. So, all in all, yeah,
there's a lot of stuff there.
There is a lot of stuff there.
There was a number of hours, number of years of our lives that have been taken by content and film watching.
Yeah. I mean, I was very surprised there was no Deadpool 3 announcement. No. I thought they would look to bring Deadpool into the MCU and even something about the X-Men as well. But again, they're clearly waiting for something big when it comes to those guys. So
yeah, I'm sure it's in the plan.
Yeah. Well, they dropped instant in Miss Marvel, so it's definitely the plan. And She-Hulk,
She-Hulk. Yeah. So I mean, and I know there was a lot of stuff that we have just gone through, but if you was to pick something that you were sort of most looking forward to out of those announcements, I mean, what would you guys be most looking forward to?
Well, I don't think we're going to have to wait very long for Andor, which I'm probably most looking forward to. I'm most intrigued about Skeleton Crew. I think from a bit of a selfish point of view, and also Inside Out 2. It is it's going to be great. So yeah, they would be my three picks out of all that.
Yeah, Andy.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to mirror a lot of Lewis. Andor and Inside Out 2 are definitely two that I'm really excited about. But I know the amazing work Kevin Feige and the Marvel team have done with their films. And let's face it, right? The best Spider-Man films have been the last three because of the way they've been able to write them. I love the Sam Raimi films. I love the Andrew Garfield films. But these last three have been amazing. So I'm really, really excited for Fantastic Four. It's going to be an amazing film because it's these people doing it. And I will literally rebel. I will storm the Capitol if it's not John Krasinski. Okay?
That was just fan service, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Mephisto.
Yeah. I mean, for me, Secret Invasion, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Loki season 2. You can see a trend with me. Andor looks incredible. The new Muppet series I'm looking forward to, obviously, and the National Treasure series. Out of everything we've spoken about there, Matt.
Mine's probably Wish, definitely. I just think that concept's brilliant. The wishing star's been about in so many Disney movies, so why not get everything else has an origin story? Why not give that one? But then Quantum Mania and Secret Invasion, because I can't wait to see how they do Secret Invasion. Because I absolutely love that. I love that comic book art. It's so cool.
Yeah. No, cool. I think that's going to do it for this chat, guys. D23 Expo Part 1.
Sorry, I was going to say, and none of us mentioned Mandalorian.
Oh my god!
Oh yeah,
and that.
Oh.
Well, we're obviously watching the Mandalorian, right? We're obviously excited, you know. That's like asking to be excited for breakfast.
Goes without saying, Lewis.
Yeah.
Anyway, you carry on, Danny.
I mean, that's going to do it for this episode. I think we've spoken long enough about the Disney Plus and Marvel and Lucasfilm and all that fun stuff. I mean, if you want to let us know what you're most looking forward to in the comments below, by all means, please let us know. We'd be really interested to actually see what you guys are looking forward to coming on Disney Plus or in the cinema. But yeah, that is going to do it for this episode. We thank you very much. We are very appreciative for everyone that sits down and watches these or listens to them on your podcast streaming. I mean, if like I said at the beginning, if you could hit the like button, if you could hit the subscribe button, we do have a lot more stuff coming. We are going to bring the podcast out a little bit more frequent moving forward. Rather than once a month, we're going to go for every 2 weeks is the target, to try and get a bit more content out to you guys. So like I say, we are super appreciative of everyone that takes the time to listen, watch, interact with us on social media with Instagram and Facebook. It is it's more appreciated than you probably think it is. You know, so we do thank you an awful lot for helping us 4 and 5 when Chel's here. Idiots just ramble on about Disney and Marvel and Universal and all that fun stuff, and we love it. But yes, like I say, that is going to do it for this episode. Yeah, have a great big beautiful day, and remember, tomorrow is just a dream away. See you later.
Bye.
See ya.